It's long been said that Britain is an island nation. But it's also a nation of islands. Nobody's quite sure how many, but there are probably about 1,000 round our coasts. I've always wanted to know what life must be like for our islanders. So I'm going on a journey through a hidden Britain.
Oh my God.
From the wild and wonderful islands of the west to the sunny playgrounds of the south. But this time, I'm heading north to the most remote islands in the country.
Here I am, the most northerly point in Britain. It's always a good journey when you see a dolphin, isn't it?
Is life here really so different?
Hello.
The only thing I really missed was a good Glasgow curry.
He's quite big. Ah! He's moved!
It's going to be a real adventure. For most of us, our lives are pretty hectic these days. But where I'm going, life is very different. It's already taken me 6 hours to get to Glasgow, and my journey's only just beginning. I'm heading for the most northerly islands in Britain.
It's grand. As you leave mainland Scotland behind you, everything you see then is an island. Some of them look so small, then you check on the map and they're inhabited. And they look so appealing and exciting and enticing. I can't wait to get on them.
I've always been intrigued by islands. I wonder if islanders are much the same as the rest of us, or have they developed different ways of coping with the isolation of island life? It seems to me the most logical place to start my journey is at the very top of the country.
So now I'm in the Shetland Islands, way up north. In fact, so far north that if you look on a map, they usually take off the Shetland Islands and put them in a little box and put them on the side of the map.
The Shetlands are the most isolated chain of islands in Britain, closer to the Arctic Circle than London. The most northerly island of all is Flugga.
Flugga is a lighthouse rock. Used to be manned, but now it's unmanned. That is the most northerly tip of the British Isles. It's touch and go whether we'll get there because it's quite choppy here, but we're going to go out in this splendid looking boat and see if we can get on it, and I really hope that we can.
It's not going to be easy. This is where the Atlantic and the North Sea meet. Ferocious storms are common, with force 10 gales and colossal waves. In fact, over 500 shipwrecks have been recorded in this area.
It's sort of, yeah, they're quite a big swell.
Someone who knows these waters well is Shetlander Tony Mowat.
That's where the lighthouse is, directly ahead of you there.
Oh, yeah.
Built by Thomas Stevenson, who was father of Robert Louis Stevenson. So remember he wrote Treasure Island?
Yeah.
In fact, Robert Louis Stevenson drew inspiration for his book Treasure Island from this area.
There's 365 steps right to the top.
Suddenly, my desire to reach the very top of the British Isles doesn't seem such a great idea. Especially when I look at my landing craft.
Weather's getting up now, Tony, so I'll get everybody to put a life jacket on.
All right, thank you.
Although people struggle to survive out here, the wildlife thrives.
It's like being under a sort of gannet canopy. I've never seen anything like this in my life. We're just flying round and round. Incredible. What do you think the chances are of getting onto the rock?
I don't think it's very good today, I'm
You don't?
afraid.
We can take somebody for a look if they want.
We'll give it a go. Nothing ventured.
While the boat crew worry about getting on the island, I'm more concerned about getting up it.
Okay, go.
God almighty. And there's me scared of heights. It's nice to be on terra firma, even if it's slightly slidey. And I've got this vertigo thing, so I'm not enjoying the idea of that. But there you go.
The Northern Lighthouse Board has given us permission to land, but it is at our own risk.
One thing we were told is that don't hang on to the railings, they're not safe, they don't maintain them. That's what they meant.
14 years ago, Muckleflugga had a tiny population of lighthouse keepers. In severe weather, they could be stranded here for months. It really does feel like the end of the earth.
It's the last few steps, 356 steps in total. Oh, it says no access. Come on. Only joking. North is this way. Here I am, the most northerly point in Britain. And you really can get a sense of the geographical and the historical significance of this. To the west there, in the direction of that lovely bit of sunlight, over there is Greenland. To the east, 200 miles or so, is Norway. Due north, go through the Arctic Circle, across the North Pole, you reach Siberia, and then due south there, by my reckoning, 730 miles away is my house in Dorset. It really is a most spectacular place. And even though it's a bit scary getting here, it's really worth it. This is the northernmost full stop of Great Britain.
It's one thing to be posted to a far-flung island for work, but nearby, one man has chosen to live alone on an island the size of a football pitch.
That's it, Forvik there. Tiny little dark landmass.
Until recently, Forvik was deserted. Now it's occupied by just one man, Stuart Hill, who's caused a global stir by declaring his island independent from Britain.
Hi, Stuart. Hi. Hi, how you doing? Lovely evening for it. Perfect.
Although Forvik is tiny, Stuart is encouraging the rest of the Shetlands to follow his lead and break away from the UK.
You can't go any further than there until you've had your passport stamped.
Oh, righto. So everyone who comes gets their passport stamped, yeah?
Yes.
Stuart believes the UK has no legal rights over the Shetlands or its rich natural resources.
What does that mean, crown dependency? I've never heard that before.
It means I have a direct relationship with the Crown, but not with the government. I recognise the Queen, but I don't recognise the UK government or the EU.
I'm a bit like that.
Yeah.